Hi, I'm Dale, and welcome to Seer Social Change. Today we're talking about
Chip, thanks. After more than a dozen failed votes in the Senate to fund the government, we saw some progress at a special session on Sunday.
The yeas are 60 and the nays are 40.
After weeks of gridlock during the government shutdown, Senate Democrats voted to reopen the government without securing firm commitments on healthcare negotiations.
The longest federal shutdown in history could be coming to an end after several Democratic senators voted to reopen the government without first securing an extension for health subsidies through the Affordable Care Act.
This was the only deal on the table.
While this temporarily restores critical programs like SNAP and back pay for federal workers, the compromise highlights internal divisions within the Democratic Party and raises concerns about their ability to hold the line on progressive priorities.
Sunday night, one independent and 7 Democrats, including Senators Jeanne Shaheen and Maggie Hassan from New Hampshire, Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia, and Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois, voted to advance a new plan to end the shutdown in exchange for a vote in December to possibly extend ACA tax credits. The deal would also advance 3 bipartisan annual spending bills and fund the government through January.
Over the weekend, the Senate secured enough Democratic votes to reopen the government, but there's just one problem. They won nothing. Yes, families will get their SNAP benefits again. Yes, federal workers will see long overdue paychecks. But is this a victory or a surrender?
This was the only deal on the table.
Republicans on Capitol Hill have been trying to advance a temporary spending bill to keep the government running, but face pushback in reaching the 60 votes to do so in the Senate.
This healthcare crisis is so severe, so urgent, so devastating for families back home that I cannot in good faith support this CR that fails to address the healthcare crisis.
These bills will fund SNAP for the entire fiscal year. They will fund WIC for the entire fiscal year. And they will fund our veterans for the entire fiscal year.
As happy as I am that millions of children will once again receive food through SNAP and that federal workers will finally get the pay they deserve, I must ask, is this short-term win worth the long-term pain? In giving up leverage on healthcare, Democrats traded the future for the present. When 2026 comes around, Americans may have food and paychecks, but no healthcare to keep them alive to enjoy it.
While Sunday's vote was a test, it's giving lawmakers eager to resume work hope that they'll soon be able to reach the 60 votes needed once the Senate is ready for a final vote. The House must also approve these measures before President Trump can sign legislation ending the shutdown.
By giving up their only leverage to secure a healthcare vote in December, Democrats have shown us all that they can be bullied into symbolic gestures instead of meaningful legislation. This was no negotiation victory, it was a performance. And in the theater of politics, we can't afford another act of cowardice disguised as compromise. Stay informed, stay vocal, and don't let anyone convince you that doing less for the people is leadership. Stay informed and demand accountability. Contact your representatives and insist that healthcare remains a non-negotiable priority. Support policies that protect working families, not just government optics. Your voice matters. Use it before silence becomes policy. Insight, unity, action.